do I really need to do this episode today? But there's nothing there. Fine, okay? This week we look at the new crystal gems. I'm Victor Frost, and this is Steven Universe. Hey everyone, Victor here in post-production land. Just want to let you know that the audio for this episode is going to be a little bit subpar. That's mostly because the microphone I use, the Rode SmartLav Plus, in order to use it with one of my professional recorders here, in my case a Tascam DR44-WL, it needs a adapter, and I have no freaking clue where that adapter is gone. So I had to use it for its actual factory intended use case, which is plugging it into a cell phone to record via a cell phone. Yeah, I have no idea, and frankly it was too late to go and set up another audio solution. So here we are with the audio we've got. That's about it. Enjoy the rest of the episode. So, look, it's not like I have a problem with episodes that don't have a lot of development in terms of plot or characters. I mean, that's almost the definition of a light slice of life anime, and that's my favorite type of show to watch. Shows like Nichiju, or Hanamaru Kindergarten, or Yuyushiki, or I Can't Understand What My Husband Is Saying. Shows where almost nothing changes episode to episode throughout the entire run of the series. Shows like that are like candy to me. I eat them up. Same thing with episodes that have those qualities. But they're not the best to review or analyze because fundamentally, not much happens. So, what did happen this episode? To find out, let's get the play-by-play. Steven and the gang return from their space adventure to find Connie waiting for them in Steven's room. Per Steven's instructions, she's been keeping an eye on Beach City. How'd it go? Flashback. After getting off the phone with Steven, Connie walks in on Peridot and Lapis having some bathroom time. Peridot misinterprets the hierarchy of Steven's friends, but comes up with a not terrible idea of the four of them being the Crystal Gems JV team. Things start off okay, and Lapis totally nails her amethyst impression, but then trouble strikes as they somehow decide that running the car wash falls under the purview of protecting Beach City. So, by their powers combined, they wash a car. But you give a mouse a cookie and soon the entire town shows up for more displays of aerobatic car washery. But after Lapis totally nails her garnet impression, she and Peridot get out of control and cause yet another one of Yellowtail's vehicles to crash into the car wash. After a retreat to Chateau Universe, the bickering resumes, though it is quickly quashed by Connie, who tells them to grow the hell up and be themselves. Jesus. Flash forward to the present, and rather than letting stupid rich Greg give money to small business, she and the Crystal Gems bring out a sign that looks like a Metropolis version of Greg. And he's totally cool with it. Since everything turned out okay, they end in a victory pose with Lapis stealing the scene. So, what did this episode do? Well, for one, it did something that, despite my earlier comments, I wish more shows with a large cast would do. It took the time to see what the B cast was doing while the A cast was away. Doing that makes the world feel more real and not just contingent on the A cast being there. They may be the most important people in the universe, but that doesn't mean the universe stops being there while they're off doing something else. Second, it creates a precedent for events in the future. By establishing a chemistry and sense of team among Connie, Peridot, and Lapis, and Pumpkin, in a low-stress situation, they're making it so they don't have to be thrown together and expected to work through the same issues later when the stakes are higher. This grants the crew more narrative flexibility because they now have a second team that is reasonably functional and that can be called upon when needed. Mark my words, there will be a time in the future where there will be a problem too big for the Crystal Gems and Steven to tackle on their own. At that point, the B team will be brought in and the Gems will be able to tackle the same issue effectively on multiple fronts. either by sending the B team off on their own elsewhere, or by otherwise splitting their forces. Like I said, there wasn't much to this episode, but all the same, it's time for us to look at the little crumbs of lore, jokes, and inconsistencies sprinkled throughout the episode. You guessed it, it's time for the bits. Pearl is so proud of Connie. Hey, check it out, Connie won a trophy in tennis. Steven has a universe shower curtain. Wait, is that an amethyst crystal on the bookshelf? What the huh? Sadie and Lars are low-key dating. Hang on, if Connie is over here looking in this direction, how could she possibly see Funland Arcade or what looks like Dewey Park? Lapis should join Jamie in the theater program. Her impressions are amazing. Okay, so they're running to the car wash, but their direction of travel in relation to the cliff face makes it so they're actually running in the opposite direction. I'm gonna bet it was these kids who messed with the Dewey Mobile. I sure hope they didn't get water into the engine or in the fuel tank, and that landing was softer than it looked. Look, I know Ronaldo is Ronaldo, but between Beach City Drift and this episode, he does know that's not a car, right? That is absolutely something Amethyst would do if she had water powers. The good thing about all this is that we get to see that Peridot has made serious progress on her metal bending. So it seems like the animators haven't really figured out Connie's face. From the front and at a 3/4 view, her nose looks normal, but from the side, her nose arcs right into her forehead and she ends up looking like the PBS logo. Donate today. Nailed it! And that's what we learned this time on Steven Universe Universe. Join us next episode when we talk about Storm in the Room. In the meantime, if you didn't like the show, hit the dislike button. If you liked the show, hit the like button. And if you liked the show, you can become a supporter on Patreon, where you can get sneak peeks at upcoming projects, behind the scenes stuff, and special content just for you. Link to that in the doobly-doo. With that, I'm Victor Frost, and I'll see you next time on Steven Universe Universe.